Hello everybody, my name is Mr. Stormcrow and Mick, and welcome to GameCenter. It's been a while since I think the last show was last Thursday, and I'm glad to be back. And I also do want to say before we start, if you guys could follow our YouTube. We actually are trying to get to 100 subscribers currently, so if you guys could be sure to help us out, that'd be greatly appreciated. And before we start, honestly, I've been loving the t-shirt. If you guys don't know, we have the Vaporwave t-shirts that you can get on Shopify. So I'm gonna actually give you a link here that if you'd like to try it out or just give us a shot, because honestly it's pretty cheap. I think it's only 20 bucks, and we have it in the chat, so if you want to check that out, feel free to. It is the What's the Play Shopify. Yeah, and it's really great because I designed it myself, and personally I think it's awesome. I've been wearing it. It's pretty comfy. I've been wearing it almost it's been growing on me to a certain extent almost. So if you guys want to grab a shirt, if you can, I'd really appreciate it. It helps the content out, and it's just a way to support us. And plus the t-shirts are great, so if you guys could do that, we would really appreciate it. And hopefully you guys will love them as well, because again, we took a lot of time with this. And also we do have our masks, and we will be doing, I think we have a deal currently where if you buy a t-shirt Vaporwave, you will get one of these for free, which is normally $8. So it's a great deal. And honestly, I mean, you might as well get these because you're going to probably need a mask, because even though we might have a third wave coming up. Yeah, but I mean, you think I should open it? All right, well, I guess to open it up, I mean, it's just you get this sort of packaged, yeah. And one of the things is you get this mask, and we have a video also on the Instagram as well, the reels of the mask, I believe. And yeah, these are really awesome. You get like a mask, you wear them, right? Let me see. What would happen if I put this on? Ooh, yeah, these things are cool. They're really tight on you, so you shouldn't have to be afraid if anything would happen to you. But yeah, with the mask, it's like 20 bucks. So if you want to, check out the Shopify, which is also in the link below if you can. And again, it's also in the chat. And let me see if I can post it here. It's just we're using TeamSpeak here, so sometimes there are little issues sometimes. But let me see if I can post it here. Oh yeah. Also, if you do, check out all the social media below, including the Discord. That is another thing. We do have the Discord available if you want to do that. So go ahead if you can, because again, you'll get notifications whenever we do something from the YouTube to the Twitch. So if you can, that'd be awesome if you can. If not, we understand, but I mean, come on, you want to be on the winning side, don't you? So other than that, let's start with the news. Oh yeah, and I guess if you want, check out my streams. I stream from time to time at Mr. Stormcrow on twitch.tv/Mr. Stormcrow. We do COD, CSGO. If you want to check that out, go for it. But other than that, let's begin. So let's actually see how everything is going. We got our second camera angle, so hopefully that's all right. But let's actually get into Cyberpunk. So Cyberpunk, we talked about this last week and how it's a fantastic game, and it got delayed twice, I think, and we're maybe looking at the third one possibly. It hasn't been confirmed. But one of the cool things about Cyberpunk is that they're actually going to make it a streamer-friendly game. So that was one issue that a lot of Twitch streamers had, was their content would be keeping, well, they would be getting DMCA'd. So that would mean like it's either a cease and desist or just actually just shutting down your Twitch channel. So you can't stream anymore. But now Cyberpunk, because I guess they have AAA like songs, I'm guessing rap maybe or something like that to extent, because I know they have Keanu Reeves in there. Now they actually made it friendly. So if you want to play the game, you can, and you have no reason to think you'll be DMCA'd. That's one thing, is like now in video games, because there are songs, right, you could possibly get in trouble for it. But now they actually made it friendly, which is good news. And again, it's a great update, because again, we were supposed to get this game back in 2013. It's been 2020. We've been waiting like 8 years now. So if you can believe it or not, it's been that long. I'm personally excited for Cyberpunk. I just hope that they take their time with it. People are wanting to rush it, but it's not a great idea, because as you've seen before, when you rush games, they are not done well, like Fallout 76. And Fallout 76, I don't want to repeat again. So if you can, just give them some love at Cyberpunk. I mean, they've been doing a great job. Witcher 3 was fantastic, Witcher 2, I believe, and The Witcher 1 as well. So again, highly recommend you guys to just wait it out and just get the game when, of course, it comes out. Because again, we don't want to rush them. That'd be a very bad idea. So anyways, let's sort of get into our second news story. I gotta get my articles out here, but oh yeah, you guys know the Xbox consoles and the PS5? It turns out those things are getting delayed till April of 2021, if you didn't know. So one of the things is if you wanted to try to get a PS5 or an Xbox, was it X and S now? for Christmas, well, too bad. You might have to wait until April of 2021, if you can believe it or not. They're out of stock, and they're not going to replenish until April. And hopefully, these will be $500. Now, well, it's understandable because you had these eBay scalpers who bought them all at once. And this is not because of Microsoft. This was because of people who wanted to buy and sell these. So they would buy them at $500, but then they would sell them at an upwards of $800 to $1,000. And sometimes I've seen even $2,000, if you can believe that. And it looks like my camera died on me. So we're gonna have to do a little improvising here. Did it not? Well, this is the second camera shot. Apparently, don't know why my Nikon just died on us. Yeah, this won't let me show you guys. Oh, actually did not? Did I just have a Matrix moment here? Because wait, did I just have a I don't know. Did I just, yeah, see there? I see. Apparently I didn't add the camera. See, this is the part where we're having a little technical difficulties. We apologize, guys. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put another camera angle. Let's resume it on this angle. My apologies, guys. So one of the things is that it won't be happening until April 2021. Again, because they're not having enough supply. So we gotta hope that in time they will be having enough for everybody, because people are still wanting to get these consoles. They don't have them. I think I think Steven even went to Best Buy, and there was a whole line because it was one per person for the consoles, because they don't even trust us anymore, which is understandable because the eBay scalpers, you know. No, they didn't, because again, this is never.
They're Microsoft. How long have they been doing that?
I don't know, but again, I mean, it did happen with the PS2, so I guess it's just manufacturing probably, and if it's. Well, if it's manufacturing, then it has to be for another company. Another company would be taking care of that, and that would be on their end, unfortunately.
But the more demand for the console.
Yeah, it's understandable, but partly because of it is the eBay scalpers, but also it's just never been thought there would be this many people into gaming. Because again, a lot of mainstream audiences are picking up video games. This was never really thought again, because that's the sort of thing. You know, the whole stereotype of nerds, right? Well, now it's like kind of getting changed. Of course, come on. But like now it's getting changed into, well, everybody wants to play video games, right? Young, old, right? We've seen like 70-year-olds play video games now. Anyone of any age, any whatever, they're into video games now. It's not like now where it's limited to a certain amount of people. So yeah, that's a cool thing, which I love. But that is the expense, which is having of course, low supply. So we have a question from our in-house, well, let's just say our audience, right? And Steven, what would you like to say about this?
I noticed this about 10 years ago when my nana, she was in a home, and I think it was 10 years ago. They put the Nintendo Wii in the home, and legitimately, fucking 70 to 85 to 90-year-olds playing bowling and golfing, and that's when I'm like, oh shit, like
games are getting popular.
All these people before were like, I just play pinochle. I just play like I just play like card games, and then once they were able to that Wii, I don't want to go too far in the Nintendo part. They kind of changed the old people's like view on games, and then now people are getting older now. I mean, those people are probably dead, but now,
well, let's hope not. Well, you know, let's hope they're there. You know,
they're 80 then, Mick.
Hey, maybe they'll live to 100. I mean, you never know.
Okay. Well, whatever, but you know, that was where you saw like actually the process into like, and then now. What the people that invented Atari, how old would they be now?
Funny enough, they're still in the game industry now. So Atari actually has a new console. Did you know about that? So Atari has a new console. I don't know much about the title, but I heard a long time ago recently is they have a new console, Perfect Timing, yeah. But also they're having their own stock and cryptocurrency. Yeah, so it's not a stock, it's cryptocurrency essentially. Yeah, Atari themselves are using the cryptocurrency so you can spend actually on their platform if you have the cryptocurrency. So if you want to buy a game, you could use that actual cryptocurrency for the money reason. Or do you know what I mean? It's like a money alternative. Maybe, hey, I mean, we'll offer it at $2 if you want to get one, and it'll be up to $10 if maybe by the end of this year, you know. But no, that's a cool thing. Which and by the way, there is the Spotify link if you want to check out our merch. That was the thing about Atari. Like they seem to be maybe trying to do something now. I heard some news about Atari, but anyways, let's sort of get on to our new information of Ubisoft. Apparently Ubisoft is kind of in some controversy, so let's see if this apparently we're having some issues here. Let's go into our second camera angle. I hope, can you see this? Wait, Oh, no. Ooh, can you see the paper? Okay. Okay, so let me give you a story here. Ubisoft, the company, apparently had a lot of, let's just say, issues with the studio managing director with sexual misconduct allegations. Well, I see we're trying to figure out the camera angles, by the way.
Make this into the first one?
I mean, as long as people are okay, this will take maybe like a couple seconds. We can fix this really quick if that's all right with you guys. All right. So sorry about this, guys. I'm going to fix this really quickly. Apparently, for some reason, God does not like us. So we're going to have to, let's fix the video. It shouldn't be that hard. Typically, the issue sometimes is that it just has a, I don't know, problem identifying the camera. Rarely, but it happens. So anyways, let's see.
Actually, you know what?
Aha, there we go. I got it. I got it. Oh, we are
Maybe they're
here.
trying to do that at their house.
So what did you want to say?
Maybe the people are trying to do that at their house, and these are some of the issues that they go through too.
What do you mean? What exact topic?
You need to tell them, like, go through the motions of it more instead of, because these are issues if you're a streamer.
Oh, yeah. So if you guys don't know, like, the reason why we had some problems is we're using a 2-camera setup. So for example, let me show you. This is a little fun fact. We're kind of going off course here, but let's actually showcase this. This is our second camera angle, Pog, and then this is our first one, which is the main one from here. So sorry about that. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. If you're coming off of D Live or any other platform, that is the reason. As sometimes we have issues, because once you try to do so many advanced stuff, some things are just happening. Some problems can just arise quickly. But anyways, let's get on to our Ubisoft sort of thing going on, which is Ubisoft removed a studio director for sexual misconduct allegations. Wow, something that would have never happened in a business, right, of corporations. But yeah, it turns out that Ubisoft, one of their managing persons or director, did some sexual misconduct, which is fucked up. Don't do that, by the way, if you're in a job. Don't do that, because that's illegal. You will not just get fired. You will go to jail or maybe prison, depending on how bad it is. So yeah, this was recently on 18th November 2020. They reportedly had removed a senior management member from their team. Hugh, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this correctly, this person's name. Hugh is Ricor. I don't know how to spell this. Well, I could spell it for you, but I just don't know how to pronounce it. It's Hugues. Ricour, the managing director of the publisher Singapore Studios. This was in Singapore, so I guess I could see that going on. And luckily, this wasn't the American branch, but this was their Singapore branch, which was currently in Skull and Bones, which is a pirate kind of game. It's kind of like Sea of Thieves, I think it was called. That I don't know if it was Sega. I think it was either, I forget what company, but it's kind of like Sea of Thieves. You're a pirate, you're on the boat mostly, and then sometimes you're on land. It's kind of like that one. And this was this had a trailer in 2018, but not much was really talked about. The only thing that was talked about recently was this issue. So yeah, yeah, this is the first thing to really pop off from the news of the video game, which is the sexual misconduct allegations. Apparently, it's talked about where multiple Ubisoft employees came forward with allegations, right? This was reported from GameCenter and Kotaku sources that accused them of bullying, demeaning comments, retaliation actions, and sexual harassment. He said to me suggested comments about female employees' clothing and encouraged staff to kiss them at work events, which is kind of weird. It's kind of a yikes. Apparently, in the new email seen from Kotaku, the publisher confirmed that Ricour's removal from his current position, writing effective immediately, which is great. But the fact is like, if this is happening, for one, like, how many other instances do you think there might be? You know what I mean? Like, what do you think, Steven? Do you think there's going to be a lot more possibly coming out, maybe? Or just some that are just secretive? Well, you know what I mean? Like,
just the culture?
I think it could be the culture. Yeah, definitely.
It's one pervert.
I think it could be both. I mean, I don't see why not. They're not mutually exclusive, right?
Is he in charge of a vast majority of a team, or like a...
I think it could be the managing. You know how typically there was that study I think a while ago where it's like the people that are most likely to be psychopaths or sociopaths or interpersonality disorder, right? They typically want to be in a position of power, right? So maybe that's something psychology wise, and then also the fact that it could be the culture.
They're new to like being a CEO. They may have had the ideas.
I don't think that has anything to do. It's just the fact they don't control themselves, right? It's that type of personality that they're.
Is this his first gig?
It doesn't seem like it. Typically, I don't think it would be their first gig if they're like a CEO or this isn't a CEO. This is a senior management team member.
See?
This isn't like a one-time thing. You know what I mean?
I don't don't know. It depends if he has like. If he's
I mean, it's very rare. It could have happened. Again, we don't know the sources. I'm gonna assume this guy had a lot to go off of because it's Ubisoft. This isn't like a game studio like you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
This is the big dog companies, which is Ubisoft, EA, right?
Yeah, that's culture.
Yeah, like what's another company that are big right now? Like what's another one? Epic Games, right? Like it's kind of like that. This isn't like this game, but like I guess it may be the culture. It could be just how people are psychologically wise. Yeah, and it's like I thought people would be remote. Again, this could have been in like a while ago, like the action, because this seems like this was in their actual studio, right?
Well,
right now we're remote.
Has he been convicted of it?
Apparently no. I would assume it's not like he's not convicted yet according to this article, but it seems like he's just removed, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but it seems like
just remove him because of like they don't want the press. They don't want the headache of that, and so let's just remove him.
Possibly.
You know?
I mean, again, it's just like it seems like it's possibly. It's apparently it's several according to what I'm reading here. It's several, so it's not just like a one-off.
Either he's a dick or he's trying to give the dick.
maybe, yeah. But I mean, it's really screwed up. You know, people that if this is true, I mean, like it's kind of screwed up how people want to, take advantage of people, right? I mean, you never want that to happen. So again, that is the Ubisoft one. And also, let's talk about something else for Nintendo. Was there a cease and desist or something? Apparently, I heard that with Nintendo, and we're gonna go off. This was kind of like breaking news to a certain extent. Super Smash Bros. Tournament was essentially closed down from a cease and desist from Nintendo. Let me just search this really quick. This was something that I just learned right off the spot. But apparently with Super Smash Bros, the Big House 10 was canceled over the netcode. So it seems that this wasn't just because they didn't like this. It seems to be from another thing. Maybe it was from the format they were doing. Maybe where they had to go into the game code. This is what I'm seeing from Polygon. But yeah, this was a thing where Nintendo sent organizers a CND and a cease and desist, and then they have to comply essentially, or like they're gonna be sued. So yeah, the Big House is like this premier event, like a esports arena or something like that, and apparently they had to cancel it because it was in early December after receiving a cease and desist from Nintendo of America. They had no problem since 2011, but now apparently for this time they had a problem, right? Steven, do you know more about this? Because you were the one who sort of brought to me about the Nintendo, the Big House, or something like that. Do you know any details you want to add, possibly?
No, I just saw that it was trending multiple times today towards the top of the all news on Twitter.
Okay, and okay, so it seems like there's some multiple factors here. Apparently, the Big House 2020 announced back in July that they would cancel it because of the pandemic, but then now we're also on top of it that Nintendo is just they don't want this thing to go on anymore, the Big House 10 or whatever. So there's some conflicting sort of things that are going on apparently, but yeah, the organizers did say that they would move it online November 10th, but then around now, the 15th to the 16th, they just got the cease and desist of the event trying to be canceled. We don't know exactly why. The only statement that we have, and I'll say it verbatim, Nintendo appreciates the love and dedication the fighting game community has for the Super Smash Bros. Series. We've partnered with numerous Super Smash Bros. Tournaments in the past and have hosted our own online and offline tournaments for the game. And we plan to continue that support in the future. Unfortunately, the upcoming Big House tournament announced plans to host an online tournament for Super Smash Bros. Melee requires the use of illegally copied versions of the game in conjunction with a mod called Slippy during their online event. Nintendo therefore contacted the tournament organizers to ask them to stop. They refused, leaving Nintendo no choice in order to step to protect its intellectual property and brand. Nintendo cannot condone or allow piracy of its intellectual property. This, I do know, is something that they're very aggressive towards if you try to modify their games. I know, like Pokemon, they've even actually shut down like fan service copies, right, of people just making their own games. But yeah, this seems really, really interesting. Like, they just essentially shut down the tournament because of just one copy. That's kind of insane. And again, like, I'm assuming that everyone bought their own copy. This is just like a modification so they could actually figure out what's going on with the video game inside of it. Yeah, and I know, like, again, they do have to protect their intellectual property, but like at this cost, like, you really want to do that? You know what I mean? Like, you really want to shut down a tournament because you don't like what they're doing with the copy, even though they bought the original copies in the first place. It seems like that's one of the things Nintendo has where even if you bought their product, even later on if you try to like copy it, it's kind of like the repair thing with a lot of the MacBooks right now, which is another drama if you don't know. It's like the right to repair or the right to modify. It kind of makes sense. Like if you're able to buy the thing, shouldn't you be able to like edit it, right? It seems like that was what was going on this Smash Bros tournament, was like they bought the games and they just had to edit it. But apparently Nintendo's calling it an illegitimate copy because it's modified. It's really weird how this is going on, but that's what we have according from the Polygon articles that was released, where they had more information on this than us. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this report for the Smash Bros tournament. If you're trying to get into it, yeah, it's not a thing anymore due to copyright claims. So
Crazy.
yeah, like
So what can we? What do you think is the future holding for like Twitch or like YouTube?
it seems like
Games that,
it
right?
seems like companies are just going like full throttle, just like trying to ruin people's creativity and fun, right? To a certain extent. You've seen
Well,
Twitch,
but
right?
isn't it, because why gaming's so massive,
Yeah,
impactful right now?
that's kinda the
Because
thing.
The advent of Twitch and
Yeah. You could make the argument like they should have a mutual understanding that hey, hey, you're supporting us, okay, we'll support you too. It should be like that. And it's been like that for years. I would argue even. Like we haven't had this issue 2014, 2015, 2016, but now all of a sudden we kind of are having this issue, which is very awkward to me. That's the thing that I find really weird is we haven't had this issue, and then now we are. First, the music labels for Twitch.tv banning people's careers, right? By the way, there have been streamers that are kind of permanently banned as of current, so that's kind of screwed up. That means Twitch had to actually directly go to your account and ban it. It wasn't like a system, right? They don't have an actual system, by the way. If you get banned by Twitch, that means they actually, a person made it so that through the click of a button, you're banned now. So it seems like companies are just out to get gamers now, and it's really screwed up. I mean,
you're gonna be like the music industry, pretty soon.
possibly, but the thing is, they could argue fair use because
Definitely, they could
yeah.
look at, that's what the music industry did, and now look at what they haven't grown like the
Yeah,
industry.
I mean, they could. This is actually probably the perfect formation of fair use because fair use is a creative outlet to a certain degree of why you can do it, as long as it's transformative in nature, which streaming is. I would argue that streaming is pretty. What's it called? Creative and transformative. I mean, again, we have our logo, we have our background, like that's pretty transformative in nature, But and also one of the things is like another issue is like how streamers sometimes will put music titles on their streams. That's technically source citations, right? That's citations like in essays in high school.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that should be okay, but apparently it's not even. It's so weird. Yeah, if you cite it, then it should be okay, right? It's very, very weird. Like you kind of learned this in high school too.
Well, somebody was wearing your shirt and they made fun of it.
They were wearing my
They
shirt.
sourced you.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean,
Doesn't matter, right?
yeah, it doesn't. I mean, as much as someone would hate it.
Yeah, so what are we worried about?
I don't know, but the thing is, it's promoting. That's the
That's
issue.
what I mean.
Yeah.
What are we worried about? Give them good press, bad press, but they
All
source it so that you
yeah.
have to.
To a certain extent, all press is good press,
Yeah.
unless you're like a big
Unless
company.
you're
But yeah,
Ubisoft, or what is it?
or Amazon. I mean, Amazon, right?
Unless you're the management leader.
But Epic Games, I don't know.
Ubisoft,
Yeah, like
Ubisoft.
I know Epic Games was having that problem with Apple,
unless
right?
you're the manager of Ubisoft, that's not good press.
That's true. That's bad press. Unless you're trying to go for a career in criminology or whatever, or just being a criminal. So, yeah, no, it's pretty bad, that thing that happened. But no, like to a certain extent, like typically when it comes to like music and creativity and stuff, like typically all press is good press. Yeah. Typically when it comes to creative and transformative work, right? Like this stuff, I found it on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. We really appreciate it, by the way.
Yeah, because they're not creating their own content.
They're not.
They rely on you to create their content.
Well, it's not creating. How should I say
YouTube
this?
doesn't create their own shit.
They don't.
I mean, I guess you could say they do. They produce movies sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that's a way they protect themselves too, is that it's a DMCA to the person, not YouTube. So YouTube doesn't get like full stacks of like papers, right? Where they have to pay money potentially for court.
They don't have to pay for. They don't pay us. They don't pay creators shit.
I know. But what I'm saying is the way they're protecting themselves from a devil's advocate perspective
Right.
for YouTube
responsible.
is they're not responsible, so they don't get like hammered with lawsuits, right?
We can't send them a DMCA when we're trying to monetize.
I don't know, man. I don't know that part of the court and the way the law works.
You can't deplatform us. Here's our DMCA.
Yeah. But another thing I do know is they also not just have to do the fair use, they have to fix the Digital Millennia Copyright Act, by the way, because it doesn't really include streaming. It only includes like videos and that's it, or music or whatever.
Surprising.
So.
Look at the age of our senators.
Yeah, they're pretty old. I mean, when you've seen the senators asking questions to the Google dude, and Mark Zuckerberg. As much as I don't like the guy, like Mark was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, so
what you're telling me is,
why is it when I Google this person? Why is it when I Google shitty person, Trump comes up? Why is that? It's the media by then. It's like, no, it's literally just people searching up what comes up on Google, and then the amount of meta tags that it's like, it's not that hard. Like, yeah. But anyways, I think that's gonna wrap up the Game Center with your host Mick. By the way, we had a great time here. We streamed for about how long did we stream for? We streamed about half hour. Oh, we could go for 3 more minutes, and we're exactly 30 minutes, which is pretty good if you ask me. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much for the news for the most part. I guess this could be considered our after discussion with my producer and Steven. So yeah, of course, if you want to be sure to follow our channel, feel free to do so. That'd be greatly appreciated. Or go on our YouTube. We want to reach 100 subscribers, and we can't do it without you guys. So once we reach 100, we could probably even do a giveaway. And also, by the way, if you follow our Twitter, we also do giveaways on the Steam gift cards. And I believe you have one more day to actually get into the giveaway for the Steam gift card, if you ever want to get in there as well. Tomorrow is the actual winner will be decided. Steven, do you have a question?
Yeah, because you get so many more views than you do live. Like you get like in the hundreds or whatever. I mean, that's. People are gonna watch this on the repeat, right? For the most part, maybe.
What do you mean repeat?
So, or when it's not live, like they're gonna watch.
Oh yeah, they're gonna watch the VOD most likely.
So
yeah.
How do we give a Steam card away to the people?
Well, that's what I'm saying is.
Jump in, but maybe they're at work
Yeah.
now?
Well, what I'm saying is they could join on the Twitter. We have a Twitter giveaway for the Steam gift cards. So yeah, again, if you're right here on the VOD or you're here live, if you're a lurker, again, feel free to go on the Twitter. We do giveaways on Steam because we've been having a lot more activity on Twitter as well. So anyway, Steven.
Well, let's give them an incentive to watch live, like either.
Yeah, of course.
Right now,
we still do that though. We still do offer like for the winner of the. Oh, we haven't done the quiz. We got to go on to the quiz actually. All right. Funny enough, let's go on to the quiz show here real quick.
Oh, we lost 2.
Yeah, we almost forgot. We got to go on to the quiz show. I don't know, man. All right. Oh no! It turns out my camera died on me. Sometimes this happens. I'm sorry. All right, there we go. There we go. My apologies. Sometimes it's Nikon. I'm still figuring out the touches and the kinks, so sorry about that. But anyways.
Oh, no, you have Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we got it. I mean, it is kind of Thanksgiving like, so let's get the trivia show going.
Cool.
All right, so let me just make sure what the button is for the quiz. Sometimes Master of Points is not really, sometimes it doesn't work. It's sometimes finicky. Anyways, let's actually get onto the show, and let's start this off, guys. All right, so is this going to work? Am I going to be able to start the quiz? There we go. We're on 1 out of 21. If you're on DLive or any other social media, by the way, be sure.
Facebook Live, we got some people.
Yeah, be sure if you're on Facebook Live, go on twitch.tv/what'sthePlayGames, or there should be a link in the bio for the link tree, which has all our links, and Twitch should be one of them. And you'll be able to actually get into the game and play real time with us. So anyways, or if you want to comment with us or chat with us. So here we go. What side gig does the voice actor of Halo do? If you didn't know, the voice actor of Halo is, well, he has one. Wait. Can we see? Oh no, I just added. No, wait, did I not? Wait a minute. Wait, no. I remember adding. Oh no, we had a technical difficulty there. I remember adding. No, there's a DJ. Oh no, there's a DJ one. Is it actually gonna work in real time? Well, yeah, I guess you're gonna have to go for that one. Okay, so the real answer was DJ host. He was a DJ. No, he's not a porn star, as far as I know. He is a DJ radio host. Forget that. Just erase that from your memory. Just like I'm just gonna do a Thanos snap. Just erase that memory. It was the actual radio DJ jog. Yeah, that was a bad one on me. But anyways, let's get on to this question, which is Easy Dubs put B. Yeah, he did get that right. So thanks for looking out, Easy Dubs. All right, so this is our second question. In the Cabins in the Woods movie, What character has a cameo in the Gallery of Monsters scene? This is the scene where you see all the monsters in the glass cage while your characters are in there as well. But which answer is it? Is it A, Dead Boomer and Witch? And I'm not talking about your baby boomers. I'm talking about we got one for Pikachu. It's pretty cool. But I'm talking about the boomer as in it's a monster. This one is A. It is the I believe Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead has the boomer and the witch. These are characters that are great. And Easy Dubs answered B, but this time it is A. So it is the Dead Boomer and Witch. By the way, if you see a witch, just run. Doesn't matter if you shoot it to bits. It will still run at you in Left 4 Dead. So here's our third question. You are to mail metal to a blacksmith, and the world is ending in 4 days from aliens. What weapon would be the best to combat killer aliens? Is it A, ray gun? Is it B, rocks? Or C, guns? Be sure to pick your answer as quick as possible. Look, I made these questions when it was like 3 a.m. in the morning, okay? I may have been a little out of there when I was doing these questions, so my apologies in advance if there are any technical issues. All right, so be sure to put it in, the answers. You only got a couple seconds left. And yeah, let's see what you guys put. I can guarantee you it's probably not rocks. From what I remember, throwing rocks doesn't really affect aliens that much. But ray gun, I might go for the ray gun, honestly. I would say the ray gun in this answer is probably like Call of Duty, Zombies, Cold War, A. Ray gun's pretty powerful in that one. But this one is a multiple choice. Guns do work as well. Ray gun, I'd say it's a little bit better. So, Easy Dubs, congrats, you got that question right. But yeah, I would say a ray gun probably would do pretty well, honestly. Considering it is alien technology to a certain degree. So we're on our fourth one. What console did the Air Force use to make the Condor cluster? So the Condor cluster, from what I remember from researching it, it's like a device that the military has the ability to use for whatever reason. I think this was due from, what was it called? This was going back from the days of Al Gore and what was it called? ARPANET? And now they have the opportunity to use this as like a supercomputer. So anyways, is it A, PlayStation 3? Is it B, Xbox? Or is it C, Atari? Essentially, they use one of these consoles to make it up, if that makes sense. So, all right. So is it A? Yes, it is PlayStation 3. From what I remember, they have about like 5,000 copies. I think 5,000 copies of like all these PlayStation 3s connected together to make this like one supercomputer. It's really insane. I remember that back in the day of 2001, this was a thing that they were all talking about. Like, they don't want the PS2 to, like, apparently you could do, like, drone strikes with it. So anyways, this one is, what actor named their daughter Zelda Williams? If you didn't know, Zelda is a character in The Legend of Zelda. So, is it A, Robin Williams? Is it B, John Hurt? Or is it C, Jimmy Fallon? The Who Cares podcast says, Easy Dubs, hit your website on here. Ooh, that is true. Easy Dubs, if you want to check him out, he's got a website. I've looked at it. It's fantastic. It's all about gaming if you want to check that out. Honestly, it's probably one of the best websites I've ever looked at. It's probably arguably better than IGN because IGN has advertisement, which nobody likes.
Yeah.
So
That's a huge thing right now, yeah.
that's the thing. Everybody wants to look at least websites that are kind of like back in 2002 where there wasn't much advertisements.
People to get monetized.
Well, that's like, have you seen Hulu and the shit that they do? It's fucking stupid.
But
So
they started that shit.
yeah, so if you watch a movie or like a TV show on Hulu, for anybody who doesn't know, you'll get commercials on something that you paid for, and I'm like, what is this? Like, I'm getting like 30-second like
So
commercials.
They're that greedy. They hit you with the pay for
They do. They hit you with the commercials even though you pay for a subscription monthly. Yeah, it's really stupid. But anyways,
Every month they gotta come up with more.
yeah, this is A, Robin Williams. The guy was a legend. He named his daughter after Zelda, so you didn't know that. So, all right, let's get on to our next question here. If we can actually get this working. Sometimes it takes a while because there is a bit of a delay, but here we are. The 6th question out of 21. That was the thing I didn't know. Robin Williams named his daughter Zelda Williams after The Legend of Zelda. It wasn't just a coincidence. It was not just a coincidence. It was an actual thing. He was a fan of it. So anyways.
I don't remember Zelda hanging himself though.
Bro, no, that's Robin. Oh my god, dude. God damn. All right, what famous company created Chuck E. Cheese? Is it A, Atari? By the way, Robin Williams, I miss you, man. Don't curse me, okay? I love you, man. All right, is it B, Bank of America, or is it C, GameStop? Dude, I got, you hit me there, like, Jesus Christ.
Me too. As soon as
Like,
I said it, I'm sorry.
Jesus, oh man, like the guy was pretty nice, man. He was the genie.
He
He was also pretty good in Dead Poet Society. But yeah, is it A, Atari, B, Bank of America, or is it C, GameStop? It's actually Atari. Atari made Chuck E. Cheese. Did you know that?
That's fucking
The
crazy.
CEO of Atari made Chuck E. Cheese.
I think Atari should sponsor us.
Maybe. I don't know. Do they have money?
Talked a lot about them today.
Do they have money? I don't know if they do. Because didn't they go bankrupt with the first initial company and they released it again? I don't know.
He owes a couple bitcoins.
Maybe. What was the Xbox original name? Is it A, the Direct Xbox, B, D's Nuts on Your Chin, or is it C, Kamikaze 7000? Be sure to answer your question or your answers as quick as you can. We got 10 seconds on the clock. I probably shouldn't. Okay. Look. You can look. Rob.
How apropos is that?
All right. So is it A, Direct Xbox, B, D's Nuts, or C, Kamikaze 7000? Look, I have the right to say kamikaze. Okay, it's in my blood. Okay, I was born with this blood. I can joke about it, but you can't. It's like the N word. What?
Do they still call Drake stud?
I have no idea what you're referencing.
Kamikaze shooters.
I don't know. I have no idea on that. But anyways, the A was Direct Xbox. That is the original conceptual name for the Xbox. So
Well, that is a very famous drink.
I don't know, man.
Midori, and they're giving out as shooters.
I didn't know that, man. I had no idea because I don't drink personally. Look, I don't know. No, I'm pretty chill, man. Are you, man? No, I'm just kidding. All right, no. I'm just, I don't really drink though. That's a thing. But anyways, this is our first, or not our first, I believe our 7th question, which is, what is the first ever online video game? Is it Mud 1? Is it B, Wasteland? Or C, Dungeons and Dragons? Be sure to put your answer as quick as you can. You only have about 3 seconds and probably 1 because a bit of a delay.
What is Dub's website?
EasyDub's website. It was Dubs Online or something, if I remember correctly. Or something like that. Let me check. Jesus Christ, I should have known that off the top of my head. I really did like the website. It was really great. I actually saw it. It was really wonderful. Yeah, if you know off the top of your head, that'd be really great. And apparently, we do. Oh, I think we're on pause. Anyways, we're on our 9th question. What year did the PS1 come out on? Is it A, 1987, B, 1994, or is it C, 1984? We got a couple of seconds left. Well, not a couple, but you get the point. If you're coming in from D Live, Snapchat, TikTok, I don't know what else we have. Be sure to come join us on twitch.tv/what's-the-play-games. That's where we're live most of the time, and honestly, come chat with us. We're here for you guys, especially in COVID times, and we have a nice forest here. So if you wanna chill out here and I don't know, drink some water by the river, right here, always we'll appreciate it, as we like to welcome new people. Anyways, is it 1987, 1994, 1984? It is 1994. This was the year when the PS1 came out. PS1 was really great. You had actually a couple of RPG games that are pretty famous to this day, and some that they never really worked on after. I think, was it EverQuest? EverQuest was on the PS1, I believe. They haven't really done much with it, which is actually a little surprising. EverQuest was really well done, too. I think it was EverQuest or whatever. Was it? Man, I can't remember. No, I think it was EverQuest or something. I don't know. But I remember there was an RPG, but they never really worked on it afterwards. Ah, man, feels bad, man. All right, so proper way to breathe. Okay, a lot of people don't know this. Okay, a lot of you idiots out there, you don't know how to breathe correctly. So we're gonna see. No, I'm joking here. It's a joke. Is it A, breathe through the nose? Is it B, breathe through mouth? Or is it C, breathing through elbows? See, a lot of you people are doing one of these. Okay, and you better type in the right one. You're a mouth breather.
No, I like mouth breathing girls. I'm very attracted to mouth breathing girls. They go like,
what? Bruh. I mean, I breathe through the nose. I breathe through the nose, man. I'm an intelligent individual. Yeah. You gotta breathe through the nose. You gotta let the brain absorb that oxygen and the CO2, Or not the CO2, that's what we release. The oxygen, though. You gotta get the brain energized there, so.
I love girls who mouth breathe, though.
I bet you do. All right, but it is breathe through the nose. That is the right answer. Anyways, let's check on the actual leaderboards. I believe it's L that should be able to show the leaderboards. Again, we're all joking. We're all friends here. So, anyways, we don't have anyone for the top player. But
if you're a mouth breather, DM us.
I guess, yeah. But anyways, the top players, we don't have any because apparently I don't think anybody actually put the required amount of answers to be on the board. But anyways, let's get on to our next question. If I can actually get this to work. All right, we're on the 11th one. We got 4 more questions left.
Don't worry, 3,000 people will see this on the replay. So,
Maybe.
Yeah.
What was the longest video game session in history? Was it 70 hours and 2 seconds? Was it 142 hours and 2 seconds? Or is it 138 hours and 14 seconds? Honestly, I thought about trying to beat this record. I mean, when you think about it, it's not that long. It's like 130 hours. I could do it. It's like 138 miles per hour. I mean, you know, it's there. But you could try it if you want. Just kidding. But yeah, apparently these were the one of them answers is actually the record for the longest amount of sessions for the video game. So in history, by the way. So it is a world record if you want to try to beat it. I wouldn't recommend it because you might die, but do some stretches if you can. But anyways, we don't have anyone who played here, but please come to What's the Play, twitch.tv/What's the Play games. We need you. We need you to come on the Twitch channel, okay? And chat with us and give us tier 1 Twitch primers, okay? You got to give us the Twitch prime and subs. So again, we really appreciate you guys coming out here. But hey, man, I don't want to be here alone with these questions. You guys going to help out.
You have 3,000 people that watch you afterwards.
That's true. All right. So it is 138 hours and 34 seconds. If you can believe that. That was the longest actual done session for video games in history. And honestly, I'm surprised the guy still lived. Because if you don't stand up after that amount of hours, you have a possibility of dying. Your heart will just collapse. Because once you stand up, I think it's your blood vessels. They're not used to you standing up again after that, if that makes sense. So anyways, we're on to our next question, which is, if you had the ability to fly, where would you go? Would you A, vacation on an island? Would you B, go into space? You may not have the helmet, but you have the ability to go into space. Or would you C, wage wars? Maybe go in the Middle East, maybe go to Australia, cause some wars, some fire, Could go anarchy, maybe. Let's see what you guys got. All right, so let's see. Let's hope it's A, B, or the other answer, which is wage wars. All right, so we got a couple seconds left, and we are done for the taking in the submissions, and it looks like it's B. Because why not, I guess. I probably should have made this a multiple choice question, honestly, or multiple choice answer, I should say. I think I kind of forgot on that one, so my apologies, but hey, you guys don't mind because there's no one doing answers. So this is the last question, I believe, as long as I recall. Is it? Let me see. Is it?
What's Easy Dub's site? Where did Easy Dubs go?
I do not know. He must go off somewhere. I don't know. All right, let's get on to our next question. We're on to, okay, we have 3 more questions. So this one is, what computer was the PS2 based on? Is it the Windows OS system? Is it the Falcon 030? Yeah, 030 microbox is a little difficult because right from here it looks as if it's kind of gone. But anyways, is it that, or is it C, the Mac or the Macintosh? Be sure to put in your answer as quick as you can. You only got 12 seconds, so be sure to type it in if you can. And just join in. You could get a free Steam gift card, $20 value for free. All you gotta do is chat with us, and yeah, you should be able to win something. So that's another thing. We'll probably have to make some more YouTube content. That way people can kind of understand what we're doing here. But yeah, I mean, again, hopefully you guys can come in, join, and win a potential gift card. I mean, that's something that I think a lot of people don't do on Twitch. I mean, this is literally free money, to a certain degree, and almost, right? For the first person to win. So all right, this is the Falcon 030 microbox. They named it after that, or at least that was the concept. So if you didn't know that, all right. So this is the second to last answer, or question, I should say, which is, would you take a vaccine if it saved the world?
No.
Even if it saved the world?
Yeah.
Kind of have to, right? It's the whole thing about society.
Yeah, but society's got a fair game too.
All right, so is it A, hell no, screw people, B, duh, or C, yes, sir? Yeah, but it's also, part of it is you got to be the bigger person, right? It's kind of like that, you know?
I have to.
You got to show people that, you know, you're willing to do stuff. In fact, little fun fact, when I think it was polio, or there was an epidemic in the Civil War, people actually were forced to do vaccines. Did you guys know that? So early in I didn't even know this either, but early in, I think it was Civil War, there was an outbreak of like the Spanish flu or something like that.
Yeah, Spanish flu was terrible.
This was like,
that was in 1920.
no, but I thought there was another one like in the Civil War for Lincoln. There was like a virus going on. So what people had to do was they were forced to take vaccines. This was an actual thing documented throughout history. Yeah, so even the early people of our country would actually be forced to take vaccines and even fined if you didn't. Because again, I guess the whole idea is you're hurting other people potentially with biohazard possibility of killing them. So I guess that's the whole logical there, which I understand.
I think we're smart though.
I don't know about that. But anyways, this is how can you support What's the Play Games? Is it A, do you subscribe? Do you B, buy merch? Or do you C, follow on Twitter? Be sure to...
All of it.
It's all of them. It's all of them. Yeah, you got to help us out, guys. Come on. We're getting to almost 100 subscribers on YouTube. Please, so we get that custom link. Yo, come on. Give us the custom link. So, other than that is pretty much all of it. It's just subscribe, buy merch, follow on Twitter if you guys can.
And if you look up Easy Dubs, I don't know where he's at.
Yeah, Easy Dubs. If you guys want to contact him, he has a website, and it's really fantastic. I looked on it, and again, it's better than IGN. Maybe. If you want to whisper him, go for it. And online, though, not real life. That's a little creepy. You don't want to whisper someone's ear, right? Anyways, that is the whole show for tonight. Thanks, guys, for coming in.
Check out your commercials.
Yeah. Let me actually, let me actually sort of get into our second camera video here. But thanks, guys, for coming in. Really appreciate it. And we're going to actually show you guys our commercial for the shirt, if you guys would like to. Of course, if you want, go to the Shopify link in the description below in our link bio. Our link in the bio. And you'll be able to have I think it's what do we use? Linktree? Yeah, there should be a Linktree, and just go to that and your Shopify link should be there. So without further ado, true. I did make the trailer as well.
If you don't like it, tell you why. And if they do like it, tell you why.
True. So we're always happy to take feedback. So if you have any criticisms of the trailer, that'd be wonderful. But I guess that's going to be it for tonight. And after we show the commercial, that'll be the show. So, without further ado, here is the commercial for our Vaporwave shirts that I am wearing currently right now.
Love it. I know.